Welcome to Just Puzzling. My name is Chris. Today we're going to do a Killer Sudoku at the expert level. Let's get into it. Okay, so what are we looking at here? There's a 4 there. We can see here that there is a spare cage there. So because this adds up to 45, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 added together equals 45, sorry. 13 plus 10 is 23, plus 9 is 32, plus 4 is 36, so that there in that cage there has to be a 9. We've also got a spare cage in this one, so 4 plus 13 is 17, plus 16 is 33, plus 18 is 51, so 51 minus 45 is 6. No, it's not. I can't add. Alright, let's do that again. 4 plus 13 is 17. I couldn't do that because there was a spare cage there. That is a mistake on my behalf. Yeah, sorry about that. So, errors happen and I made a big doozy. Anyway, we'll move on. 12 plus 8 is 20, plus 17 is 37, plus 19 is 56, plus 14 is 70, plus 15, so that there is a 5, and what we now know is that's 11, plus 4 is 11 plus 4 is 15, plus 13 is 11 plus 4 is 11 plus 4 is 15, 13, 28, which leaves 17, so that must be a 1. Yep, 5 difference to the 6 that I called out, which is that 5 there. 20, 34, so that's 11 there, that means that's going to be 8. What else have we got? We could figure out those two numbers there because those two rows would add up to 90, but I'm going to leave it for the moment. Eight, 9. That's 8, 9. Okay. 13 plus 13 is 26, plus 14 is 40, plus 5 is 45. That means that these two will add up to a 10, and they could be 5 and 5, except for that 5 there, so it won't be 5. Okay, so 1 and 3 there. That's 8, so that's going to be 2 and 6, which means that's going to be 7 and 4. So that there is 8 and 5. So we know 5 is across there somewhere. 16 plus 17 is 33. So that's either 1 and 4, is that right? 16 plus 24 is, so that's 1 and 4, which it can't be. So that's 3 and 2, which is a 6, and that's a 1. So this added up to 40, which means that 5, this had to be a 1 or 3. 1, 4 can't be 4 and 4, so that's how we come up to that number. 8, 9. So what we have here is we know that this is going to be 4 and 7. We know that this is going to be 1 and 6. So we know 6 is up there somewhere. So 6 and 2 is up there. 2 and 5, 3 and 4. So 3 and 4 is there. 1 and 6. 3 and 4. 9. 9. 20, 34, 9, and 2 is there. So that's 9 and 2 in some description. So that's 8 and 7. So 7 is there somewhere. 1 is there somewhere. 13 plus 9 is 22, plus 8 is 30, 47, 52, 64, 72. So that and those two add up to 18. So that plus that is 17. So that's 8 and 9 across those apparently. Doesn't really help me. 18 plus 13 is 21, 37, 50, 67, 81, 94, 95, 99, so that adds up to 9. So that actually makes that 1 and 3 across there. Which means if that's 1 and 3, that can't be a 1, so that's a 3 there, and that's a 2. Remember I said I could figure out those two earlier? Well, apparently I can. So 13 plus 6 is 19, plus 7 is 36, plus 3 is 39, so this can only add up to 6, because that, and because of the 2 there, that can only be 5 and 1, because that's 13, that's got to be a 5, 8, 1, so somewhere across here is an 8, sorry, bump the holder, 1 and 3, 2, so this is 4 and 6, 4 and 6 across there, which is going to mean either that's a 4 or a 6 there. Excuse me, been a long day. 6 and 1. I know that that has to be 4 and 3, so 4 has to be up there. That can be 4 or 2 there, which means that's 6 and 7, because of that's 8 and 9. 4 and 2 we don't know. 7 and 2, so that's 5 and 3. 8 and 9, so 1 can be there or there. Can't be there because of that 8 there, because that has to be 8 and 9 to be 1, so that's a 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, which leaves that to be 14 across there. Can't be 6 and 8 because of that there. That's 9 and 5. So 9 has to be there and there. So that's 9 and 4. If that's 9 and 4, that has to be 6, 7, 6, 4. Alright. So 2 and 7, 8 and 7, 4 and 3. So remember we said that that was going to be 8, so that's 3 and 5, 8 and 9, 7 and 4. So 7 and 4 there. 4 has to be in that column, so that's a 4. So we say that's 4, so that's 8 and 9, 5 and 3, so that would make that a 5 there, and that would be a 9. So that makes that a 9 and that an 8. 3, 5, 4, 7. So this is 2 and 3. This is 1 and 8. Somewhere in there is 1 and 8. So 1 could be those two there. Because of that's 8 and 9, that's got to be an 8 and that's a 1. So that there, because of that 4 there, that's a 4 there, that's a 2. 1 there, and for Sudoku, that would be a 3 and a 5. Okay, So somewhere across there, this has got to be a 1 because of those 1 there. Because of that 1 there in that case, that can't be 1. So that's a 1 there somewhere. Two and 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. 8, 6. That's a 6. That has to be a 5. That works. That's an 8. No. 7 and 4. So that's a 7 there. That's a 6. I know I made one silly mistake, but there's been a lot of mistakes in this thing. I am obviously a little tired. Alright, so that's 9 and 5 there because the gate can't be there. So that's 5 because of that 5 there, and 9. Which means this is 9 and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there's a bit going on there. Remember that's 7 and 2, and because of that 7 there, it couldn't be other one. This is 2 and 3, 8 and 9, so that's 8 and 9. So this is 8 and 7 here. This is 9 and 3. That's 8. 2. 9 and 2. So remember that was a 2. So that's a 6. 6 down there. 6 and 1. 8, 5, 4, 7. So that's 4, 7, 8, 5. 10 and 8, 9, 2. 3 and 6 there. 8 across the top. 2 across the top. Remember 1 is in one of those, so 2 can't be there. 2 can be there or there. So I'm going to bet eight and 7, 4 and 7, 1, 2, 3 and 5. So that's 5 and 3, 3 and 4, 7 and 4, 9 and 2 still. So 9 has to be in one of these columns here. Eight, 12, that's a 6. What that does for me is that gives me that 6 there, that's a 1. We know that 1 can't be in this column, so that's a 1 there, which means that's a 1 there. 1, 2, 6, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which means that's got to be a 3 there. Got the 3 there, got the 3 there, so that's a 3. Okay, still got 7 and 8 there, still got 9 and 2, so that's a 9, that's a 2. So if we know that's a 9, that's a 9, that's an 8. 8 can be there, and that's a 7, which means that that's a 7 there, which means 10, 11, that's a 2. So therefore that would be a 2 there, that would be an 8, and that would be a 5. Alright, we did that puzzle in just over 15 minutes. not my best go. Let me know in the comments what you've seen that I could have done differently, I could have seen earlier, and let me know if there's anything that was a bit confusing, and I will try to address it. Just give me the time at the video and I'll see if I can address it. Anyway, that's it for now. Bye.